Well, look at this. It's perfect. Y'all see the picture right here. This is exactly who I was in the episode and who I'm really going to talk about. So let's really talk about Tyriq. Tyriq is, the main character. Of course, we pick up with him still doing Zeke's work, and he's trying to tell Zeke, hey, you need to go ahead and read this paper because, the minority liaison teacher, she's basically going to be, asking him a whole bunch of questions, which she does. Also, we kind of get with him, Ghost Funeral is in this episode as well, so everybody's kind of hassling him on how he actually should really speak on the funeral. Should he speak bad? That's where Davis is coming in saying, well, you need to badmouth him, so basically everything could be good on Tasha's end. But then I think what Tariq did, which I'm gonna get into later, was a better idea because if he would have badmouthed Ghost, one, it would have messed up the money. Two, it would have had Tasha in jail because it seemed like Tasha would have coerced him to say it, and then the jury would have messed up anyway. Also in this episode, we see that he asked Zeke to go over there to Monet's house because he wants to go ahead and get in good with him. Because if you see in this episode, he wants to start getting more into their side of the family business, as well as you see that he put Kane on, notice basically that their uncle Vinny, who got out of jail, basically is a rat because there's no way that he was possible to get out of jail that early without one, Monet knowing, and two, he had to snitch on somebody, which he was basically in. So since I'm talking about Monet, let's go ahead and talk about her. We see this episode of Monet is really sleeping with the police officer behind her kids' backs, okay? And you already know Kane ain't really feeling that, but in this episode, you see Kane comes up there, and he actually, when he rolls up the house, he see the police officer go in. So I think he knows something, but he ended up just leaving. But I think he ended up leaving because in what happens is they found out that Vinny is a rat, and basically what happens, Kane ends up killing him with their cousin. So maybe that's the reason why he didn't want to go to the actual home. Y'all, Monet is really, she I think she liked Tariq, but she don't know too much about Tariq. So she wants to figure out exactly what's going on with him. She needs the information. She asks Zeke to keep up with him and get the information as much as she can, as well as she used her daughter Diane. Diane basically to get close to Tariq and get as much information, which she does. You see Diane actually gives Tariq, Tariq asks her to give Tasha more on the after pill because I'll get more into that in a minute. But let's get into Tasha. Tasha, this episode, Tasha's back in jail. Tasha is, talking to, Davis and, his partner. Basically, they're conjoined together. She needs to find a way to get out of jail, in which she's almost there. Like, it's always almost there with Tasha, basically. And it seems like Saxe is really finna get caught up in a pickle because in this episode, we see that Davis wants Tasha to be on go to the funeral really bad mouth goes, but then again it's a bad decision because it's gonna look like a murderer just basically talking bad about the person she actually killed, which was technically smart on her not to do. She was just gonna go in and say, basically what she needed to say about Ghost, but it didn't really come through because they put the cuffs on her and it basically was not gonna fall through. The smartest thing, next, we have Davis end up calling the DA from the last case, basically the case that was before Tasha, before it turned into the Kingpin case, and basically tried to figure out why did the DA change her, basically drop the plea deal that basically we found out Sex basically pressured her to do this plea deal only for him to basically pummel it all down and basically like take it all away, and that threw the judge off. So they had got Sex together, but then he tried to call Blanca in there, which it was the worst decision of his life to basically bring Blanca inside of there, because what he did was he tried to basically strong arm Blanca to basically say, basically what he wanted her to say, just to basically say leave it to yes or no question, because he knows that he's going to be implemented in that actual all the information against Tasha. So basically the judge already peeped the bull. She already peeped the bullshit, basically, what's going on. And she wants to basically say, oh, okay, well, she's going to hear this, but she wants Blanca to be on the stage, to stand. And basically what happens is when Saxon, his partner, leaves, she goes up to Davis and his right-hand person and say, when Tasha goes to court, make sure you put me on the stand, because Sax is dirty and Tasha is no kingpin, so Blanca's really gonna blow it up. So Sax, you really just put another nail in your coffin. And I really need to know why Tariq ain't really had spilled the beans that he saw Sax over there with a gun, but then it had implemented it. Oh, okay, he couldn't because then it would implement that he was there and he was inside and he saw who really shot him and then that's really what they ain't trying to do. What else is going on in the episode? We kind of get a little instant on like a little nothing really much. It was really more of a like I said, a more of a recap from last episode. We do see that Monet is really, really, really like I'm like, how are you sleeping with this police officer? But I mean, hey, your man up in jail for life. You need somebody, to hold you at night. Monet, I ain't really worried about it. But it looks like she really don't want to be with the police officer. One, because he can't offer no protection like her man in jail can, basically. See, like I said in my last episode, you guys, Monet is what Tasha could have been if she would have been more involved in the drug game. And that's why I kind of see like the similarities. I don't know if y'all caught on that, but this is really what Tasha life would have been like. It was Ghost was really heavily into the drug game and didn't try to do truth, and Tasha was, his right side woman, basically. We can talk about sex. I feel like sex, this whole thing with what you trying to do with Tasha is really gonna really like blow up in your face, which it already is. But I don't know. See, Courtney A. Kemp, I feel like she gonna try she gonna try to do some bull crap and she gonna try to make it seem like Tasha. But I already know Tasha's her main girl, so I feel like Tasha should not go to jail. I feel like this whole couple of first, like I said, 6 episodes is gonna be this whole trial. And basically I think that, like I said, sex is end up gonna be blowing up his whole shebang, basically. I really love the whole, Kane storyline, his sister. I'm really looking more into seeing what's going on there. Oh, let me go ahead and go back into the actual school incident with Tariq and basically his friend Brayden. So we pick up the story with Brayden and Tariq. It looks like Brayden wants to be back in the drug game with Tariq. He said we was making a lot of money. And basically, since his family owns, most of the school, basically, they built the auditorium and the pool. And so he was like, okay, yeah, we go ahead and get up in it. And he was like, his brother has his fraternity house. He's like I can't say it on YouTube, but DICK. And basically they go to the house. It looks like the brothers are a little racist because they said they don't do skid marks at the party, i.e. black folks. And basically, how's the whole situation? The police comes, the brother end up punching one of the police officers, and he ended up getting arrested. It's when Brayden comes to the rescue of the day saying, hey, well, that's my brother. He says their family name, and the brother end up getting away with it. Y'all, what I need from Power Book 2 is I need them to speed up this Tasha case. I feel like we do not need to be dragging this on. I feel like they need to go ahead and get Tasha out. Oh, and let me tell you something. Tasha ends up finding out that the lady who always, that parole officer, that police officer that be always having Tasha going back and forth, she be getting them drugs for them people in there, the morning after pills, all that other stuff. And one of the inmates said, girl, you got until today to give me my pill. If not, I'm going to blow your whole operation up in here. Basically, she going to make the whole prison thing turn against this lady, which I'm really here for because this lady been really getting on my nerves every time she on screen. I don't like her, y'all. But like I said, that was my Power Book 2, Episode 2, expectations. I think that's the episode name, y'all. But I'll go ahead and put the official name in the comments, y'all. But thank you guys so much for watching my reviews. Make sure y'all like, comment, and share. And make sure y'all, if y'all haven't watched if y'all haven't watched my first review on this Power Book 2, make sure y'all go ahead and watch it. But it is your boy EJ. If y'all do like this more commentary that I'm doing now, let me know down in the comments if y'all want to hear it this way instead of me being on face-to-face camera, because I kind of like doing this. But I'll see y'all later in the next review. Oh, wait a minute. What y'all think is gonna happen with Tommy? Like, is he really gonna pop up in this next couple of episodes? Because really, I don't understand why they're picking Tommy, because this whole thing is gonna really blow up. But I really think the only reason they're kind of picking Tommy is because Tommy is like, he has his own book too coming, baby, and we need to see, because I don't know where Joseph Sikora is, but he needs to hurry up and come back on this television show, because one, he better not blow up Tasha and Tyriq's motive, because one, they can't really prove it because Tommy is nowhere to be found. Tommy's somewhere in Los Angeles, baby, killing it. But again, how did they not pick up Tommy's? I think Tommy had gloves on. I really, really think Tommy had gloves on back then, because he was over there with Ghost, but I'm like, he did try to touch his body. But I'm like, how did they not pick that up? To be honest, I don't understand how they even have Tasha still up in jail for these bullcrap crimes. But y'all, like I said, I will see y'all in my next review, guys. Like I said, if you do like this new type of thing that I'm doing for my channel, make sure y'all let me know down in the comments below. And guys, go ahead and interact with me. Let me know exactly what you guys thought of this episode. And I will be back here with episode 3 next Sunday. I'll see you guys later.